What's up, man? How are you?
Not much, man. Chilling.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
Chilling. Be gone. They're bad. They're bad. I didn't want.
Am I a bad or am I a good? Or am I?
I don't know. Do you eat people? Do you do blood
No.
rituals?
No. I'm a Muslim.
All
That's
clear.
Alright.
All clear. It's more elite that run the world, like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the banking cartels. Those guys
I know a
have big
Rothschild.
problems.
I met a Rothschild.
It's kind of scary. You actually met a Rothschild?
Well, I mean, like I don't know if he was lying, but like in the Instagram he gave us, it was just like him at like a private jet hangar and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it could be LARP. So I don't know.
Right. I mean, I believe it. I mean, they do exist.
Yeah.
It's just that
But, I
they
mean-
are up to a bunch of evil stuff.
I mean, he was
Wait,
like.
why do you
he
think
looked-
space is fake, though? I wanna
Basically, I think
Yeah.
nobody has left Earth. Like, they told us that in the 70s, they were able to get in a spaceship, put a bunch of guys on it, and take it to the moon and, like, play golf there and stuff. But, like, when
I
you really
respect
look at
that
the
belief.
footage,
Yeah.
the whole story about the moon landing, like, the footage looks bad. Then they say they destroyed the technology to go back. That's a quote from an NASA astronaut. We'd love to go back to the moon in a nanosecond if we could, but unfortunately we destroyed the technology to go back, and it's been a painful process to rebuild it. We haven't been able to rebuild it. The modern day rockets today are like worse than the Saturn V rockets from the 70s, which is like insane.
Yeah. Whoa! I actually never knew this. Honestly, this is interesting.
Okay, if you look up, for example, you can Google
Right.
how many refuels will it take to go to the moon. So right now it
Right.
says with our modern day rockets, it's going to take about 8 to 20 extra rockets worth of fuel because they don't have enough fuel in like the lunar rover to go all the way to the moon in one go. They
Right.
need to refuel on the way. But in the 70s, first try, they didn't have any extra fuel. They didn't have any
Right.
extra system like that. They just went one non-stop direct flight to the moon or whatever, and then
Right,
they
that's
destroyed those
insane.
rockets. We haven't been able to recreate it. It's like, come on, come on. Paired with the footage looks bad, and it's like it's the
Right.
U.S. government,
Yeah,
use
I understand that.
so it's hard for me to buy. And we haven't gone back ever since. We haven't gone back to the moon. We haven't even sent a human being 1% of the distance back to the moon. And then
Right.
here's another thing that I found was very interesting. If
Right.
you look up how many people have left low Earth orbit, only 24 human beings in all of human history have
Wow.
allegedly left low Earth orbit, and
That's
they
insane.
were all a part of those Apollo programs.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's the only time we've left Earth in the last 50 years was that Apollo program. So it's like, and if it was faked, then that's a big problem, because that means like nobody fucking has gone up there very far at all. So, but
Right.
they say that they're experts, and they start saying shit about, we know that this star is 1,000,000 light years away, and this star is 1,000 light years away, and like 1 light year, by the way, is like 5.88 trillion miles. So when they say like 1,000 light years, that's like 1,000 times 5 trillion miles away. Like that's just an insane
It's just like
number.
impossible.
Like what do they really know, man? They're looking at stuff. They're people on Earth like us who are looking at the lights in the sky, and they're saying shit about like, we know the distances and the sizes and this the core of this planet is made of that, and it's like,
Yeah.
you don't know. You don't know. We don't really know shit what's going on here. Nobody does. You're born with no memories, and you just accept what you're told. That's what happened to all of us.
100%.
So it's like, I don't know, it's a complicated world, but when they start telling you that they know shit, or they have science that has proven, for example, like, let's say dinosaurs, that's another big topic, I think, is like, there's deception around when they start saying they know what killed the dinosaurs, they know when they lived 300 million years ago. It's like, you really
Right,
know
you're just-
by looking at
You're
a
just saying
bone?
shit.
Like,
Nice, bro.
if we found a bone in the dirt right now, all of us, we found a
Right.
bone. Oh, how old is this bone? Like, we can't
Yeah.
prove anything, right? You could like look at it and where it's from, and maybe, oh, it looks kind of old or whatever. But when you start saying, I know what this bone belonged to, this
Yeah.
toe bone, I know what killed it was a meteor from outer space.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you think
Yeah.
that happened? The meteor?
I don't think so. I don't think that things can fall on us from space and like kill us all. But I think that they want us afraid of space, which is kind of how it works. You'll notice all the news about space is fear related. Not maybe directly, but it's all something either mysterious or like, let's say, a big one recently is like alien invasions. People think like, well, aliens could invade, and like, are they going to be friendly? Are they going to kill us all? Are they going to, you know? People think, well, a meteor could happen at any time. The sun could go hypernova at any time. A black hole could like rip us apart at any time. Like all this kind of stuff that's like bad for Earth. It would be terrible.
Yeah.
And they want us to think that it's like scary and potentially dangerous. There could be meteors and asteroids and all of this stuff out there, and we gotta have someone checking on that shit, right? If it is a dangerous place, then it would be a good idea to be protected and informed and stuff. But like, if it's just this kind of infinite nothingness that they've invented, this space is infinite nothing. Which is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's ever left. Nice. Wow, nice. So it's like, it's just a whole big rabbit hole. And then it's kind of like, if the moon landings were faked, we're living at a time right now in 2026, they haven't admitted that yet. They are still pretending like it was real. So what does that say about like everything? The whole story. They say Elon Musk has like he put a Tesla in space, and he says shit like, oh, you can tell it's real because it looks so fake. That's an Elon Musk quote. Like, it's weird. We're living in a real world. That guy's a bit
delusional, honestly.
Exactly.
I feel like he's doing something like, I don't think all his money is legit. I feel like he's doing something on the side.
Right. He's like a bloodline. He used to be called El Elyon when he was like a kid, and like it means like the most high. Like it's like weird, bro. What is that? I've heard stories also of like him and the NASA employees. They're weird. They're cultists, really. In fact, like modern NASA rocket technology is all owed to this guy. If you Google like father of rocket technology, his name was Jack Parsons. He was this guy in like the 1930s, and he was like this weird ritual cultist. He had sex with his own mom. He wanted to do like blood rituals to summon a moon child, whatever the fuck that means, which is just like, it was just weird.
Yeah, 100%, honestly. Can we get back to the 9/11? What's your thoughts on that?
100%. 9/11. So 9/11, the mainstream story for 9/11, like what they teach to this day, is that 19 Arab hijackers stole 4 different planes and flew them in different buildings as like a terrorist attack against America. But then they never found any planes. They never found any parts of the planes, even the stuff that's supposed to be fireproof. Like there's a black box on the plane that's supposed to be fireproof. They never found any like people, metal parts, seat belts, nothing like that. So there was no plane to be found.
Yeah, I also read about how the CIA knew that the supposedly hijackers were there, but like they did nothing about it. Like they were monitoring them the whole time, but like they didn't say anything.
Exactly. They didn't stop it. Yeah. And like they waited until the second tower went. Like the story is like George Bush was reading books to little kids at the time.
It's odd. It's odd that like randomly on the day like 2 buildings get exploded, that he's with a bunch of children.
Right. And the first building goes down, and they don't rush him out. Mr. President, America's being fucking attacked. We don't know how many planes. We don't know what's going on. Like, we got to get you. They wait until the second one, and then they're like, maybe there's a problem. Should we interrupt this guy reading? He's reading My Pet Goat to a bunch of little kids. Like,
and then randomly he goes to Iraq, and then says there's mass junction.
That's kind of my thing. They wanted to justify war in Iraq, so they needed to make people angry towards Muslims and make them think, oh, they did that to us and we need revenge, and it's the Muslims' fault that it's like 9/11, never forget. It's like this, they want people to not forget, to have that kind of resentment, because 9/11 was and the invasion of Iraq was 2003, and Iraq is a sovereign nation, which means like we've agreed to be chill and not fight and not invade them and stuff, and we said fuck that. We're just going to invade them and go kill. Like, they just wanted justification. And when you look into Iraq, it is a very big and important, like, the whole Middle East is, like, allegedly the origin of life. And it goes back and it's full of historical value and stuff. And they're like, let's just fucking bomb it. They destroy all of these ancient sites, all of these, like, ancient history and stuff, which, like, proves a lot of these old books, I think, as also being true.
Yeah.
It's like a side theory I've heard. There was this fallen angel from the Bible called Nimrod, who was seen as like, he was the leader of this place called Babylon. Like the Tower of Babel, they built a tower up to heaven to try to kill God. That's what the story of the Bible says. Anyways, that was Babylon is like where modern day Iraq is. So what I've also heard is like they found Nimrod's tomb. There was this archaeologist. His name was like Jorg Fassbender or something,
Yeah.
and he was convinced archaeologically. He's like, I think I found Nimrod's tomb. It's the way that it's like described. He found like some old. He says that a few days later, the military shows up. The invasion of Iraq happens. I've seen a document where it was like Hillary Clinton approving like funding for some archaeological dig in Iraq and stuff. Like, what is the military doing digging for in a different country? You know, so
yeah, it's just a whole bunch of mysteries going on there. There's something deep for sure, though.
But what definitely did not happen was 19 Arab hijackers. The only thing that they found regarding the planes and the hijackers and all that was like the passports. They found the passports at the foot of the burning rubble of the building.
Right.
They were like, wow.
Right. Randomly, passports are not burned, but everybody's dead.
Right. Like, and all the other shit is completely burnt to a crisp. Zero proof of planes, but there's proof of the passports. Like, come on.
Yeah,
and then like
that's crazy.
But people are rattled at the time because at the time you don't know, right? And most people are not conspirational, so they just accept what they hear in the news. They're trusting that the guys investigating are like giving them the right info. So they're like, "Oh fuck, we found passports. Like we found something," you know. Like then they fall into that kind of trap.
Yeah,
it's bad. And then like you look into who made a lot of money from those buildings going down, and it was like. Well, the guy literally bought like terrorist insurance a few weeks before the buildings went down, which was like kind of unheard of at the time. Yeah, it was unheard of at the time because the 9/11 was the first like super major terrorist attack that really like rattled people according to the news and stuff, like in America anyway. There's been like minor explosions here and there, but this was like the big one, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I would argue they knew. That's what they did with Pearl Harbor too. Same style of inside job. The U.S. didn't want to go to World War II because the average person like us doesn't want to go to war and fucking kill people, especially in other countries.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
But they needed to rattle people, so they were like, Japan has attacked us. They have destroyed Pearl Harbor, and then you look into that, and again, it's the same thing as the CIA. They had heads up knowledge. The general at the time knew it was going to happen. He was warned. They let it happen. / it was like an inside job agreed upon because like, they want to work. Pardon me?
The rich get richer.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't want us to be informed, and they don't want us to have any power to ever overthrow them, you know?
Exactly.
So they feed us like a whole bunch of these kind of fake, like, lies. They want us to think, like this ties back to the whole outer space thing. The mainstream we've been taught is that Earth is one planet, all the other lights in the sky are other planets, and we are basically a small piece of dust in infinite space. Like, my argument is that Earth is special, the center of everything. It's the only place we know. And, like, everything here is special. They want you to think everything here is random for no reason, designed by nobody. There's no such thing as God or, like, a higher force that is, like, an intelligent designer of this place. We all just exist due to chance and chaos and luck.
Yeah, that's what amazes me the most. Like, it's crazy that they think, like, this Earth came from nothing. Or this whole universe came from nothing.
Right. Like the Big Bang just exploded out of nowhere. And they say that they've proven that. Like, how would you prove the Big Bang happened 12 billion years ago? You can't prove shit. About 12 billion years ago? Yeah. Most of us don't know our great-grandpa's name 200 years ago.
Good point.
So it's like... And I realize, like, all of these scientists and people that I've just been, like, believing are just people, like you, like me. Like, they can't know. Nobody can know. So when they start telling you that there's experts about millions of years ago and experts about Jupiter and other shit, it's like, it's a guy on Earth in a lab coat. Nobody has ever left Earth. So it's like, how much should their opinion weigh in our minds, you know?
Exactly.
But they're telling us all this stuff about the Big Bang as though it were some sort of, like, proven. We've proven it.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. I don't know, but yeah, the more I really look into like the human body, what an amazing thing the brain is, how it works, like Earth itself.
The DNA, how complex
like we can't figure out where dreams come from, where intuition comes from and shit. And like, it's too complex for us.
Right.
We understand that it's complex and that's about it. We're like, it's fucking crazy. We don't get how that's possible. And then they're like, oh, but it wasn't God. It's just like luck.
Yep. A man made that theory too. Like, come on, bro.
Right. Like the Big Bang was invented by a Catholic priest. And if you look into the Catholic Church, like they're abusing people and children and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, I seen that recently.
So it's like, that's bad.
Yeah, it's a bad look for them.
Oh, epic showdown.
You got it. Come on. Let's go.
Nice.
All right, GG. All right, I'm
Yeah,
gonna head to
GG
sleep.
guys.
All right, good night, brother.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, take
Right.
care guys. Stay safe.